Bonjour mes amis, je suis le Léger Canadien. Welcome back to NFL Week in Review. The Divisional Round is coming, it is gone. And this was probably the best fucking week of football that I think I've ever seen. And honestly, this was one of those weeks that I could just sit down on the couch and just watch some good old fucking football. Because this weekend was anticipation overload. Great matchups everywhere. The Saturday night games fucking killed it. Sunday games fucking amazing. There's nothing bad I could say about them. Nothing bad. I can't. There's no way to find the wording to what's it called? There's no way I can find the wording to articulate a negative review about this because there's nothing negative about this at all. But before we get ourselves into it, you know what we gotta do, baby. It's that Benchwarmer Brew. It's that Benchwarmer Brew grind. Benchwarmer Brew is delectable coffee, 5 points blend, RJ QB blend, two of my favorites. Still trying to get the freaking other blend, the back of QB blend, but college is expensive. So head on over to benchwarmerbrew.com and get yourself some coffee today. But let's get ourselves into some divisional round freaking fracking football, shall we, folks? So let's look at the first Saturday game we got. We got the Bengals versus the Titans at Nissan Field. Kind of in a way, David versus Goliath, because the Bengals haven't been to the AFC Championship game. I think, I don't know. I don't remember the last. I wasn't even born, so it was like way back there. The Titans trying to get themselves back to some semblance of relevance because they got Derrick Henry back. Yay! They also got Julio Jones back. Hooray! But that's really it. The Bengals had everybody. But it is what it is for that game. But you know, the statistics tell the story. Joe Burrow, 28 for 37, 348 passing yards, and just the sole interception. Joe Mixon got the only touchdown of the day, which was a rushing. 14 carries for 54 yards. Jamar Chase, 5 receptions for 109 yards. T. Higgins went 7 receptions for 96. As for the Tennessee Titans, Ryan Tannehill, 15 for 24, 220 yards, a touchdown and 3 interceptions. Foreman ran for 66 yards on 4 carries, but King Henry managed to get 20 carries for 62 yards. But he got the lone Titans touchdown. Actually, no, he got 1 of 2 touchdowns for the Titans on the day. AJ Brown, 5 receptions, 142 yards, and a touchdown. Julio Jones went 6 for 62. But, you know, it had to come down to the wire. Tannehill throwing that interception late in the fourth quarter, allowing Evan McPherson to kick the game-winning field goal for the Cincinnati Bengals. And the Bengals knock out the number 1 seed. The Titans are out. Bengals win 19-16. And something that we never thought we'd see. Because we got 2 years ago, we're talking the Bengals had the worst record in the league. And they drafted Joe Burrow. Now they're on their way to the AFC Championship game. Talk about time flying fast. Let's go to this game here. A rematch of the 2020 NFC Championship game. The calendar year 2020, not the actual season. Niners Packers at the confines of the frozen tundra, Lambeau Field. Again, this game. Actually, you know what? This game I can say shit about. This game sucked. Like, the only good thing about it were the opening drive of the Packers, the fucked up punt towards, like, in the fourth quarter that allowed San Fran to get back into the game, and the fact that the Packers special teams had 10 fucking players out there for the final field goal. I'm not even kidding. You can fucking find the footage of that everywhere. Jimmy G, 11 for 19, 131 passing yards and an interception. Elijah Mitchell, 17 carries for 53 yards on the day. George Kittle, 4 receptions for 63 yards. and this is a game that you have to really pay attention to as well for both sides. Aaron Rodgers, the king of immunization, 20 for 29, 225 passing yards, no touchdowns, no picks. Aaron Jones ran 12 times for 41 yards. A.J. Dillon ran 7 times for 25 yards, and he did get the lone touchdown of this game. Well, for Green Bay at least. Aaron Jones, though, on the receiving side of the ball, 9 receptions, 129 passing yards. Adams got the ball the same amount of times, but for only 90 yards, which is still nothing to laugh at. But, like I said, Aaron Rodgers may be quote unquote immunized. Apparently, he's immunized to winning in the playoffs as well. The San Francisco 49ers shock the Green Bay Packers 13-10. The Packers are out in what could be Aaron Rodgers' final game at Lambeau Field, or even his career if some reports are to be true. The Niners are going on to the NFC Championship game. You'll find out who they face right now. Rams, Buccaneers is the next matchup. You want to talk about a revision of memes. Well, here's a little revision. I want to take you back to Super Bowl 51. Tom Brady was on the Patriots. His team was down 28-3. What happened next was a insurrectable comeback that had the Patriots winning the Super Bowl. This time, the Rams were up 27-3, and Brady led his Buccaneers back into the game. But there's a twist. Matt Gay, with the game-winning field goal, prevents the total collapse of the Rams. Matthew Stafford, 28 for 38, 366 passing yards and 2 touchdowns. Cam Akers carried the ball 24 times for 48 yards, so a perfect average of 2 yards per. Stafford carried the ball 4 times, ran for 6 yards and a touchdown. Cooper Kupp got the ball 9 times for the air with 183 receiving yards and a touchdown. Now, here's my favorite side of the game. Odell Beckham had the ball 6 times for the air. And the grand total amount of yards he got for the game, 69 yards. Nice. As for the Buccaneers, Tom Brady, 30-54, 329 passing yards, a touchdown, and a pick. Leonard Fournette went 13 carries for 51 yards and 2 touchdowns. Mike Evans went 8 receptions for 119 receiving yards and a touchdown. Gronk went 4 for 85. Again, like I said earlier to start this segment, it almost led to the total collapse with Matt Gay with that game-ending field goal. Well, the Rams move on. The Buccaneers are out. The defending Super Bowl champions are out. So now we got Niners, Rams next week at SoFi. If the Rams win that game, you're talking a repeat of what happened last season with their team playing in their home stadium for the Super Bowl. We'll see if it happens. And then to wrap it up, Bills, Chiefs, probably, in my opinion, the best game of all time. There's no denying it. You saw how this game picked up an intensity. It had a slow start, yeah. Look at sometimes great things have slow starts. Over time, there's a gradual incline of entertainment and enjoyment and joyfulness in that final segment. Think about this. In the first quarter alone, both teams combined for 14 points. It was 7-7, then 14-14 at the half. Coming out of the half, Kansas City led 23-21. The fourth quarter is where it really shot the fuck up. Both teams combined for 28 points in the fourth quarter. But, you want to notice, the final 18 of those points came within the final minute 13 seconds of the game. And it did go to overtime. The Chiefs wound up winning it in overtime, but we'll get to that in a bit. Josh Allen, 27 for 37, 329 passing yards, and 4 touchdowns. 4 fucking touchdowns. Josh Allen also ran for 68 rushing yards. Damn it, we were 1 fucking yard away from greatness. Singletary ran 10 times for 26 yards and a touchdown. But let's talk about receiving, because this one, holy fuck. Gabriel Davis, he caught the ball 8 times. He had 201 receiving yards and he had all 4 receiving touchdowns. 2 of them within the final 2 minutes. You want to talk about what the fuck is going on? Here's your answer. Nobody knows. But I think, actually, I'll get to that in a minute. For the Chiefs side, Patrick Mahomes, 33 for 44, 378 passing yards, and 3 touchdowns. Mahomes ran for 69 yards. Thank you, Christ. Nice. And he got a touchdown out of it. Edwards-Helaire carried the ball 7 times and went for 60 yards. Harmon ran twice for 31 yards and a touchdown, because he also got a rushing touchdown. We got to mention that. Tyreek Hill caught the ball 11 times for the air and got 150 fucking receiving yards in a touchdown. Kelsey got the ball 8 times for the air and got 96 yards and a touchdown. Pringle got the ball in the air 5 times for 29 yards and a touchdown. It was enough for the Chiefs to win. But there's one thing that's going to haunt the Bills fans for a long, long time. 13 seconds. Because it was like the final 13 seconds of the game. What we thought was the game. Mahomes fucking gets 45 yards on 2 passes and sets up Harrison Butker for the game-tying field goal to send it to OT, where Kelsey gets the game-winning touchdown. So 42-36, Chiefs will move on to face the Bengals. And obviously predictions you'll see on Thursday. Maybe I'll go a little bit deeper into some of these games for a filler. If you guys, I'm going to do anyway because I got nothing to do. But anyways, that will do it for this episode of NFL Week in Review Divisional Round edition. Don't forget, check out benchwarmerbrew.com for your delightful coffee. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, leave a like, comment down below if you guys want to see anything next. If you have not done so already, subscribe and join the Electrical Army. Until next time, guys, je suis le Canadien. Bonne nuit et au revoir.